Do you remember the first week of solos? What was the cutoff for 3,000 in EU to make it in?
I think it was 40 or 53, but that number it was 2 weeks ago, Lupa. You can't. I'm just kidding.
I think that's about right.
Yeah.
Which means at this point, a 14-point game, he only needs a handful of those, and he's good to go for tomorrow.
Yep. And that's all that matters right now in terms of the qualification. But what else matters is the preparation you're getting for tomorrow, the confidence you're getting tomorrow. The amount of experience you're getting in these end games. You get 10 games to do this. This is a lot. I mean, you don't get the same quality of games in all different sorts of practice right now. When it's all these players, they're all playing their hearts out. This is the hardest that anybody ever plays.
The mood here is essentially looking towards the World Cup, and with as much money that's on the line, players are going to play for the win every single time. And that sometimes can mean a little more aggression just because of the point determination means quite a bit here. If they're short on points, they're not going to be able to make it to the top 3,000. You know they're going to go for a couple more eliminations than they potentially would normally. On top of that, a lot of eliminations, oftentimes in situations like this, end up being situational. Exactly that, because you have players like Pepper right here. They're waiting for a chance right here, almost going to go for it because the pressure is being applied from the right, gets a couple tags there.
It's going to work.
Actually picks it up, force goes down. But like I said, this is a situational elimination. Pepper didn't want to apply pressure, but somebody else was, and there's no reason in that moment to not go for it as well.
Pepper, thank you for making Dr. Lupo look like a doctor.
I know what I'm doing.
Fortnite PhD.
Or I just got lucky. Either way, ultimately, we would have seen it at some point during the match guaranteed, because you know as well as I do, that's what players look for. They look for those moments where someone is going to get caught off guard, and situational awareness on top of the audio cues, all that stuff is huge.
Yeah. I'm just looking. This game is stacked.
This
Mongraal,
is absolutely ridiculous.
Boyer,
Airwalk,
Airwax. I mean, the names that you could just continue listing, and there Boyer takes out Yellow out the sky. This is very opportunistic, just like you said. Hey, they're flying. They can't shoot back. He actually has that boom bow as well. They're finally getting a little bit of payback. Somebody does.
Sitting on quite a bit of healing here. The minis puts the launch pad down, a very, very quick swap, and went down, placed it just to fly in and get ahead of the zone. It's moving directly on top of this hill, though, which means some players, you see there, the decision to push into the storm, even just to take one tick to get ahead of everyone else, is key.
It's going over that hill completely.
Which means anybody, you see the bottom right corner of your screen. If you're watching at home, look at the map down there. You see a lot of players, the arrows moving very quickly. Typically, those are people that are still flying in from above. But you're going to have people that get stuck on the side of the hill, like what you see in front of you. This is a tough situation for anybody stacked in that building.
But you have to be careful if you're Boyer here, because the zone is going to start pushing you through. There's Pepper who goes down. We talked about him earlier. He does finally make his way over. And if he had to go over that left side, that would have been very uncomfortable for him. But he's going to just opt to go right over that player. Heavy snipes.
Play here, Boyer.
Oh my goodness!
Catches him. It's like a fly trap. Oh my gosh. The jump, immediate trap, and ramp placement from Boyer shows exactly why he is one of the most cognizant players right now.
To have that reaction when the heavy snipe comes in.
Oh my gosh.
To just know that that's going to happen. Mongraal takes out Hupek. Man, Mongraal, every time I see him in a position like this is so scary for all these players. Look, he even takes an RPG shot in the middle of all that pressure on high ground. He has two of them, Lupa. I'm not sure why he has this.
Double rocket is the strat. Didn't you know that? Come on, Balla. Get with the times, man. Mongraal literally thinking 5 steps ahead of everybody else at this point. 64 points. Everybody, just look at the number. That is absolutely ridiculous.
That is so nice, actually. The time to get that reload off when you're on high ground earlier in these moving zones. Now it's to the 8. He just managed to get that reload off, and nobody expects a double RPG. Nobody.
Honestly, it does kind of blow my mind that Mongraal's embracing 2 rockets right now. Mongraal and Boyer, a little face-off here. Mongraal's reloaded. Those rockets do take quite a bit of time, so he's going to try and load those ahead of time in case an engagement like this one shows up. Gets a light tap there with the pump shotgun.
No more mats, though. That's why he couldn't actually fight for that, because he spent so much time reinforcing that. Does get the RPG just barely through the stairs. He's going to make an edit down and now start pressuring. But remember, no mats, and another shot does not connect there. Does try. Didn't knock him all the way down. That player falls.
The fall damage down to 4. He's got 4 HP. Catches Omer off guard.
The stink grenade, though. He needs to get out. Yes.
He's still in it. 3 builds left.
Going over the hill, though.
He's going to have to utilize other players' structure at this point, reloading those rockets. He's still sitting on 6 shots between the 2 of them.
Okay. It's not actually going over that hill. It's going to start going down. He actually needs to break a hole through so that he can continue his path down and get through cover. Yes, just barely. 2 HP. Are you going to do this, Mongraal? No way. No way can you survive in this situation.
Jamming himself underneath the structure, his head might have been poking through the floor. He's saying just ahead, just out of sight. Does the player see him? I don't think so. The drop in. Gets the shot off and gets the elimination. Mongraal literally putting on a clinic of why you need to pay attention to what's going on.
Everybody?
Are you kidding me?
Just fell.
Picks up 3 balls.
Launch pad. He's going to launch pad off. Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? 13 eliminations. There's still 4 players left, including him. Add it down. No way are you doing this right now, Mongraal. No way. Top 3 situation now. Going to get the time for the minis. Still needs to find 2 more. Not sure who he's fighting. It's Alec on high ground and then Zur. Mongraal took down every single player that we talked about earlier in the lobby. And now reloading the double RPG as well. Zur is going to go down in another one. Mongraal, are you kidding me? There is no way you just did that. All right.